Hey guys, so before I get into the main topic of this video, I just want to address a couple of things first. So in my last video, I was talking about how in the Mr. Sakurai Presents Banjo and Kazooie video, Sakurai kept saying the word souls and how that could potentially be a hint at a further DLC character. Well, someone called Flozon Kia wrote me this. With the souls thing, in Japanese, he didn't use the word soul at all. He said they are kawasona hito, poor people / characters, or just kawaso, poor. The souls thing was a translator's choice, so it probably means nothing in my opinion. That was sort of my initial thoughts on it when I first watched that video, that the word soul just kept coming up and maybe it was an odd translation or something, but after it got pointed out to me that soul could potentially be a hint, I thought it was pretty interesting, but now knowing what exactly Sakurai was saying didn't even have the word soul in it in Japanese, probably wasn't a hint at all. And next up, Vergeben has weighed in on that Minecraft content thing he's been talking about for a while. So Vergeben wrote, I said months ago that Steve was leak bait. Minecraft content might have been too, but I haven't been given an update that Minecraft content in general is never happening. Which could simply mean that it was another part of the Steve disinformation that got to people like Hitagi and Zen Other, that was out there to hide the fact that Banjo-Kazooie was coming, which ultimately got out anyway. But Nintendo is supporting Smash Ultimate for a long haul, so even if Minecraft doesn't come at all in the first season, it could later for all we know, which is a weird irony. So there you go, Vergeben is admitting that Minecraft content may have been leak bait or a false piece of info all along. Okay, and now for the main topic of this video, going over characters we'd like to see in Smash. And once again, I have my brother Cody back on here with us, but today I'm actually going to give him a chance to say something.
Alright, so we are doing a top 10 characters which we want to see potentially be added to the game.
We're getting more DLC now, like Sakurai has said, there's more DLC after the Fighters Pass, so I thought it would be fun to do something like, I did all those videos about what if the, character select screen got really huge, we got like 10 more characters after the Fighters Pass. There was some like data mine info that might suggest that, though now I'm kind of thinking it could be any amount Sakurai wants, so I'm not too beholden to that data mine. However, I just want to go over today like the possibilities here. So me and Cody have come up with 10 characters beyond the Fighters Pass, and we'll talk about who we think the final Fighters Pass character might be. My list personally isn't exactly who I want, and it's not exactly who I think is going to happen. It's kind of more like what I would do if I was Sakurai. I think this would please the most people. Cody, did you do a who you want list, or?
I did it's like a mixture of characters I want, but within the realm of possibility.
Good,
also
yeah.
within characters that I looked up online that are people have been talking about.
Cool.
Also characters that I remember, because maybe there's some that I forgot that I do want.
So we don't know each other's lists too, so that's important to say here. So we're gonna go over one by one each character and just kind of be surprised by the other person's list.
Mine's kind of in order, but kind of not. I kind of have 15 characters, and I kind of don't.
I have a few sort of characters too.
My list is very much
haphazardly put together.
Yeah, but all the characters that I mentioned, I think would be cool for the game.
All right. So did you have yours? You said in order, in a top 10 order, because I just did mine kind of randomly. I have 10 characters, but they're not necessarily in order.
I'll just say mine in order of, I guess the ones I'll say later. I'll be more that I want more suspense with.
Okay.
But why don't we just say first the character to
end the Fighters Pass?
End the Fighters Pass.
All right. You want me to start? I'll start. Go you. Go back and forth like that.
Well, what gives you the right to start?
Good point. Would you like to start?
No, you can go.
All right. So the character I would like to see to end the Fighters Pass would be Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. I think Resident Evil's a really awesome series. I'd love to see get added into Smash, and I think the Fighters Pass could use a female character, to be perfectly honest. We have no female reps besides Kazooie, and I think Jill fits Resident Evil very well. I actually like Leon Kennedy more than Jill personally, but like I said, I didn't pick these characters necessarily on the characters I really want. It's more like a mixture of who I want and who I think should probably get in. So Jill Valentine's my character to end the Fighters Pass.
My character to end the Fighters Pass is Doom Guy.
Nice. That was the one that was my other one, actually, that I almost put in as that.
Because
and the Fighters Pass.
basically it's on the basis of that there's not many other characters that I know being talked about to end the Fighters Pass.
Yeah.
And that was the only one I could remember. But I also think that he would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, he's a first-person shooter rep, but we don't have that in Smash, so that would be
also
pretty cool.
Like the first-person shooter, or one of them.
Yeah, like, I mean, sort of Wolfenstein, but Doom guy. It's sort of like Pitfall's the first platformer, but Super Mario is the platformer guy. Like, Doom guy is like the first-person shooter guy.
Oh, okay. Well, that was my choice, and I thought it was cool.
Cool. So, okay, so we're doing 10 more characters after this. So yes, I know this is probably like more than we'll potentially get, but
yeah, I doubt we're getting 10.
Yeah, same here. But just the possibility that we could right now made me say, why don't we do this now while it is in the realm of could potentially.
Well, we're probably getting like what, 3 maybe.
Honestly, I'd say another Fighters Pass at least. I'd say 5. That's kind of my ballpark estimate. But who knows? I mean, maybe Sakurai. Honestly, I think it might be up to how much people buy them. Like, I think people keep buying them. Nintendo might keep supporting it. So we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyways, here's 10.
You going first?
Or 15 if you're looking at my list.
Oh, okay.
No, you can go first.
I'll go first. All right. Well, I'll just get this one out of the way because it doesn't require much explanation. I would like Geno. I've wanted Geno for a long time. I wanted him in base roster.
In the 10 spot. He wants.
Oh no! I'm not going from bottom. I'm just going random, man.
Nine other characters, way more than Geno.
That is not how I'm listing this. I'm just putting him next because I think after the Fighters Pass would be a good time to just give us Geno finally. I thought base game was cool for him. I thought maybe Piranha Plant spot as like an extra fighter would be cool for him. I would love to get him in this Fighters Pass, but I feel like the Fighters Pass is all like. I mean, Geno's sort of third party, sort of not. He's in such a weird place all the time.
Yeah, well, any other character would have been better than Piranha Plant in the Piranha Plant spot, so you could have said anything.
Well, I want Geno, so I'll just get that out of the way. I don't need to explain that. Geno, off the bat, you don't have to wait for me to be saying Geno in this list. Go ahead.
All right, my number 10 is a Pokemon. Now, I guess I should say kind of going into this, because Doom guy I put no thought in. I like characters that are more cartoony and more video gamey.
I'm the same way.
And I'm not like against anime characters, but I think there's too many of them in as far as like DLC and
extra characters in Smash.
Yeah, it just seems like the characters that they've added to Smash, like in recent years, has been a lot of like anime-esque. I don't know if anime is the right word, but like more
that Japanese anime looking protagonist style.
Yeah, or just more like more cartoon or not cartoony.
Less cartoony.
Less
like,
cartoony.
Yeah, they're humanoid.
Like I don't know, like
or human character rather.
Like Samus kind of passes as but Zero Suit Samus is like
kind of anime looking,
a lot more realistic looking.
Yeah.
So I don't really want that, and my list is mostly not that, and I'm tired of black trench coat character because it's like
Joker, Bayonetta, Cloud,
Bayonetta, Joker. Hero's not really that, but
he's anime.
Yeah, and then like swordsman's like I don't want any more of them. I don't want any more of them.
That's fine. That's
fine.
I
think what's his face Takamaru's is kind of cool, but I just
don't want more.
I don't want more. There's just I don't know.
I'll throw this out there on that note. I tried to make my list pretty diverse in like what genres are repped, in if it's a realistic gritty looking character, if it's a anime character, if it's a cartoony character, if it's a Nintendo character, if it's a third party character. I tried to do the full gambit here.
And then the other thing about me and kind of what I want is I don't really want that many more reps for series that are already there. There's a couple, but I mainly want
new games
or franchises or whatever.
Yeah.
And preferably on the cartoony side, because that's what I really think of when I think of Smash Brothers.
It's one of those games that, like, I mean, there's a lot of fighting games where you can get, an anime-looking protagonist. Like, you can have Capcom crossover with, you know, SNK and stuff like that. Like, there's other fighting games that do that. Smash is the only one where you get, like, the cartoony, you know, just video game protagonists from other genres, you know, in a fighting game. So it is cool to do that with characters.
Well, what we've gotten so far with DLC, we've gotten Joker, Hero. What's the one that they just announced? Terry
from SNK. Yeah.
Which is a little bit better, a little bit brighter.
Yeah.
But I whatever, still kind of a little anime-esque.
Yeah.
And then Banjo.
Yeah.
And Piranha Plant doesn't count. And Banjo.
Cody really doesn't like Piranha Plant, if you haven't picked this up. I don't mind Piranha Plant.
I hate them. Well, I hate facing them because I always get hit. Because you just, inevitably, a spike ball just hits you.
He's low tier, but Cody is not good against Piranha Plant.
So anyways, with all that being said,
yeah, a lot of build
my
up.
first thing is a Pokemon because, like, I almost already know that Pokemon is, like, strawn on the table. Because they just
tend to wrap it.
They won't stop adding them.
Yeah. So who do you want?
So if it has to be a Pokemon,
yeah,
my choice is either Sceptile, because that's one of my personal favorite Pokemons.
Pokemans. And it would complete the Greninja, Incineroar,
that thing.
The grass fully evolved starter.
So that would be cool. Water. And also, almost even more so, I think, but I don't know, Sceptile might be my more wanted one because it's just kind of weird to have not a grass starter.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing bothers me. But Eevee would be really, really cool. Which they should have added like 3 Pokemon ago.
I agree. I wish they'd added Eevee.
Transforming to all its evolutions would have been sick.
Yeah, there's a cool moveset potential there, definitely.
Yeah, so if it's a Pokemon, if there has to be a Pokemon, I want either Sceptile or Eevee.
Cool. Okay, so next up on my list, what have I given you? I've given you Jill, and I've given you Geno.
So you're number 9. Well, yours is,
mine isn't mine isn't really numbered.
Mine's not. I mean, mine's kind of numbered.
So my next up is one that you already said, Doom Guy. I think Doom would be cool in Smash. I think we need a first-person shooter rep, and if I could get a first-person shooter rep, I'd go with Doom Guy for just the legacy thing. I think like Master Chief is very popular and stuff like that, but I feel like all first-person shooters owe it to Doom and Doom Guy, so that's what I'd go with.
For some reason, I like the idea of Doom Guy because maybe just because it's older.
It's older. He's got a cool, like, I mean, there's like some funny stuff in Doom. He fights like demons. It's neat. It's a neat series. Yeah. I like it.
All right. Number 9, I have. So number 9, similar to number 10, is a Mario rep because I think that they pushed that so strong. They pushed Mario and Pokemon and Fire Emblem so strong.
Yeah.
I don't give
Why Fire Emblem?
I don't give a shit about Fire Emblem, so it didn't even make the conversation. But for Mario, if there has to be another Mario rep, I have Geno, but not just Geno. I have Geno plus Mallow.
Ooh.
I have a double.
All right.
Because I want both of them. Mallow gets shafted like he doesn't matter.
Some people making YouTube channels pushing Geno and not Mallow.
And
it's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate world.
This kind of discrimination I don't stand for. No, I think it would be really cool to have both of them as a, whatever you want to call
Ice
it.
climbers like type character.
Duo fighter.
Yeah.
And I also feel obligated to say that Geno has to be on there.
Oh, do you? Is there
Maybe Geno didn't make my top 50. I don't know. No, I mean, there would be, if it's going to be a Mario rep, that's what
who you'd want. Yeah, I think that would be really cool, actually. I will say, if Geno got in, I'd be really disappointed if Mallow wasn't, like, at least in his victory screen or in a taunt or something. When I originally wanted, like, Geno and Mallow back in Mario, one of the first things I wanted them back for was Double Dash. I thought they'd be great together because it's like, it's a partner team. And it was like, yeah, it's perfect, but it didn't happen. So next character on my list is Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia. The Tales of series is really big in Japan, and I played Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube and loved it. I know some Tales fans don't care for Lloyd or would rather have other ones, but Pretty sure Sakurai said if he was going to pick a Tails rep, it would be Lloyd. I think that's why we got the Lloyd Mii costume in Smash 4. And yeah, I like that game. I think it would be cool to get that character. So I have Lloyd.
My number 8 is Robin from Teen Titans, who's the same voice actor as your number 8.
How interesting.
I think, at least.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It is. We looked it up.
My number 8 is a slot for character that a lot of people are talking about that I don't really know, haven't played the game. I don't know.
Just think he'd be a cool
But
character.
just,
They'd be a cool character.
Of the characters that are likely, I guess, that I see a lot of people talking about for a long time, of games that I've never played before that I think is new, is Shantae.
Yep. Cool.
And she's just super unique.
She's a genie with transforming powers and air attacks.
Doesn't use a sword.
Nope.
Doesn't have what's it called? Dancing blade as side B, and doesn't have
Down B counter.
Down, and doesn't have the as up B.
It's not a Fire Emblem rep. She's also an indie game rep, which we don't have yet. So there's that.
Yeah. So I don't know. I kind of was just, again, my list is kind of like a mishmash of just a lot of
Stuff you think would be cool to see in there.
Yeah, and I just kind of felt like I should delve into the, characters that I don't know that a lot of people are talking about, which was like half of the characters I was looking through. So
Cool.
So I
mean, it's 10 characters afterwards. A lot of characters. So. All right, ready for my next one?
Yep.
All right. My next one is a Nintendo rep character. So whether or not you count Geno as a Square rep or a Nintendo rep, this is my first fully Nintendo rep character I've talked about yet. And that is Dixie Kong. I think she is probably the number one Nintendo character that feels missing on the roster. Or missing from Smash, I guess, because we have Waluigi as an assist trophy. Oh, I might have forgotten to mention this, by the way. We're not doing assist trophies here. I think assist trophies could maybe get upgraded.
Yeah, and you forgot to mention it to me, too, until halfway, until I was done with my list. Then I get mentioned that, and I have to redo my list.
I think assist trophies could get upgraded, but there's a lot of them that I want, and I feel like maybe Sakurai looked at them and said, that character is, already where they are in Smash. But anyway, in relation to Dixie Kong, I think that there are like Toad. Toad's a big character, but Toad is part of Peach's moveset. Waluigi's a big character, but he's an assist trophy. Dixie Kong just feels like she should be somewhere in Smash, somewhere important, and she's not, and I think she could be, I don't know if she'd be an Echo fighter or not, but she could easily be like an Isabelle type fighter, so probably easy to make, where she has a couple different moves. She could be, play a lot like Diddy, but have maybe she grabs with her hair, she could spin with her hair for an up B, maybe use the bubblegum gun or whatever instead of the peanut pop gun. So I just think Dixie Kong's pretty missing, so that's my next character.
She's just never been in Smash, anywhere?
No, she was almost, when they made Diddy, they almost made him a duo character with him and Dixie, which would have represented Donkey Kong Country really well. But for whatever reason, they didn't. And she's a spirit right now, but she's just not like Toad's in a moveset. Waluigi's assist trophy. Even I think Waddle Dee is in King Dedede's victory animation. But Dixie Kong's, I think, just a spirit. And she seems like, I know Samus is a female protagonist, but Dixie Kong was one of the first female Nintendo protagonists that I recognized, because I think as a kid I wasn't even sure if Samus was a girl or not. So yeah, it's just surprising she's not playable yet.
All right, what number was that? 7.
I'm not numbering mine, so
7.
Yeah.
All right, my number 7 is the propaganda we were dealt a few years ago when they released the Chibi Robo. Amiibo, and didn't get into the game. It was just such a tease. And I have Shovel Knight too, and
he's an assist trophy.
He's an assist trophy, but I think both of them are this weird position of, they're being talked about in Smash. Their games exist. Let's just randomly do this one-off amiibo. Are they the only two that have ever done that?
No, there's some others. Box Boy got one in Japan only. There's some Monster Hunter amiibos. There's other games got amiibos.
Is there more than one Monster Hunter amiibo?
Yeah, there's a bunch of them. The Shovel Knight's getting some more amiibos but they haven't come out yet. Chibi Robo it just came with this one DS game, and that was it.
Oh yeah, there's the Dark Souls guy too.
Yes, yeah, there's Dark Souls guys.
Like random.
Yeah, and there's Goblin from Diablo now. Those are more newer though. At the time, it was like almost all Smash amiibos, and then Shovel Knight,
and like Mario and Animal Crossing.
Yeah,
and
then
like a couple other ones.
Yeah, it was Shovel Knight,
but
Chibi
they were
Robo,
all like Nintendo series, and then it was kind of just like they're not in Smash, but here's a little amiibo still, and it's like
cool. It looks like it's in Smash.
Well, I wish this was in Smash.
The Shovel Knight amiibo actually made people, I think before the DLC for Smash 4 was out, somebody saw like the Shovel Knight amiibo and assumed it meant Shovel Knight was coming to Smash, but it didn't matter.
It made the village uproar.
Yes.
And so I always thought that it was kind of dumb that they, were kind of, I don't know how
teasing
likely,
it,
but it seemed like they were pretty high up there in like the
people talking about them.
And they just kind of like poop out an amiibo for us. So one of them would be nice.
Yeah.
Both of them are cool. So.
Yeah. But you're going with Chibi Robo because
the other one's on the restricted list, which I was dealt 10 minutes before filming.
All right. Ready for my next one?
Sure.
All right. My next one is Rayman. He is a spirit. Ubisoft and Nintendo are really close. I think he'd have a really cool moveset. I love the limbless aspect to Rayman. There's a lot of cool stuff that could happen there.
I love the limbless
He doesn't have limbs. It's cool. It could be cool. I do. It looks cool.
That's an aspect of the character.
That he doesn't have limbs. So Rayman. Rayman's my next one.
My number 6 is Spyro.
Nice.
Short and sweet. Just, I don't know, representing the
PlayStation era.
golden age of PS1, 3D, and kind of competing with Nintendo, and that was like a, classic.
Yeah.
Not really much to say.
It's a cool moveset too.
Cool moveset. Could have them do some gliding stuff like they did in
Smash. Did they get rid of that in Ultimate?
In Brawl, they got rid of it in Smash 4. It was in Brawl where
you could like glide.
Charizard and Pit could glide.
Yeah.
Can any other characters?
Meta Knight probably because he's broken.
Meta Knight I think too. Could like glide and stuff, so they could maybe do something with that. And not much else to say. Spyro.
Yeah, it's a cool character. So my next character is, I don't know if this was your first or second. It wasn't your ending the Fighter's Pass character, but it's a Pokemon rep.
Boo.
Yeah. Boo, you had it on your list. I agree with you about Sceptile. I'd also say I haven't even seen, so this might be controversial of me to put something I haven't even seen on the list. I haven't seen the new Grass Starters Final Evolution, but I really do think finishing the Water, Fire, Grass Final Evolution starter Pokemon thing is something they should do. So Grookey's Final Evolution, if it's cool, supposedly, I think some leak said it was a like big gorilla thing with a drum or something, so that's some sort of like rhythm mechanic, like that would be cool. If it's not one of those, I totally agree with you. Eevee would be cool. I'd like Gengar would be cool. Gardevoir would be cool. I really wish they'd go with like super popular Pokemon and not the newest ones all the time. But since they've gone with the newest ones with Greninja and Incineroar, I feel like they just finish that off, give us a Grass fully evolved starter.
Like Voltorb.
Yeah, something really popular like Paris or Voltorb.
Tangela,
yeah.
Ones that fans are raving about.
Yeah. Alright, go ahead.
As long as they don't give us the grass starter in X and Y, I think.
Oh, Chestnut? I don't like. He doesn't look grass. I'm not a big fan of him.
His third evolution.
Yeah, it doesn't remind me of a grass Pokemon.
I just hate that Pokemon.
Yeah.
I always choose the grass one in Pokemon, and it was rough having to have that thing
on your team
sleep by me while I'm going through the caves at night. So my number 5 is going along with Spyro is Crash Bandicoot.
Nice.
Same deal, PS1, platformer in kind of my opinion, the golden era. I really like that era of PS1 and 64. I like Crash more than Spyro, just personally, so he's above him. I also have another, this is kind of a part of my 11 through 15, I guess, that also made the list, is Rayman would also be kind of fitting that kind of...
You chose Crash over Rayman, though?
Yeah, Crash and Spyro.
Yeah.
Just because I've actually never played Rayman.
All right.
But maybe I like it a lot, but I've played Crash and Spyro.
Cool.
But Rayman's also kind of fitting that like PS1 classic.
The age of platformers. Yeah.
I'm cool with any of those three, but Crash is my
top one of those.
Yeah.
Crash I definitely like, and I think he has cool moveset potential, and to have Crash, Sonic, Mario all in one game feels like something we should have in Smash at this point. So my next character, you done with Crash?
I'm done with him.
Cool. My next character is Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and this is one of those characters where I said, like, this list isn't necessarily my personal wants, because as far as Square Rep goes, I like, obviously, Geno #1 if you count him as I don't know if he counts as a Square or Mario Rep, whatever he is. But even after him, I like Chrono from Chrono Trigger personally. But if I was Sakurai, if I was in Sakurai's shoes and I was like, I could put any 10 characters in Smash, if I could get Sora, I would probably do that just to put Kingdom Hearts in Smash. Moveset potential with the Keyblade is cool. And I know a lot of people really want Sora. It would just be huge. It's one of those characters they could like announce at E3 that would just be, just win E3 for Nintendo right there. So
he's definitely one of the most popular characters.
Easily.
If you polled a bunch of people and said you can have anyone you want, who would it be? I think Sora would place really high.
Yeah, I agree. So I put Sora on there. Also for that, like, I know you don't really like the anime-looking characters, but I try to be diverse with the cartoony, the Nintendo, the third-party, the gritty, so Sora falls into anime, but I like him.
It's your list, dude.
It's my list?
It's not my list.
Alright, go ahead.
I don't have Dixie Kong.
You don't have Dixie Kong?
And
I assumed Dixie Kong was coming.
What was one of the other ones you said?
Jill Valentine, Lloyd. I don't know.
Well, whoever the hell those people are.
Do your next character. Go for your next character.
Lloyd's cool.
Yeah, Lloyd is cool. That's right.
Robin's also cool.
Robin from Teen Titans. I went with Lloyd. Cody went with
Robin's really cool, but
he has the same voice. We can agree on that.
My #4 is like more of a personal favorite. That was another thing about this list, is I wasn't sure whether to do personal favorites. I was kind of weighing like personal favorites, likeliness,
who people would want to see.
And just
yeah.
I don't know.
It's tough balance.
Whatever. Tekken Rep is basically my #4.
Nice.
Tekken's my favorite fighter, other than Smash. So Yoshimitsu's my favorite character, but Heihachi would be cool. And
I like Yoshimitsu because it double wraps Soul Calibur and Tekken, which is so cool.
Wasn't Heihachi in like something else too?
He was in Soul Calibur, yeah, he's in one of them as a guest, so either one of those.
Either.
Yeah. Technically Link was in Soul Calibur, so.
Or anyone from Tekken.
Yeah.
Eddie Gordo.
There you go.
I know a lot of people want Armor King.
It's the like robot guy with the big hair. Jack, or something like that.
There's like P-Jack.
P-Jack, that's it.
Like another Jack.
That's who we get.
Paul Phoenix has big. I haven't played Tekken in a long time, so if I get something wrong, it's definitely likely, because my knowledge of Tekken is like Tekken 2 and Tekken 3.
Tekken Tag.
A little bit of Tekken Tag.
Tekken Tag's good.
Tekken 4 a little bit, but the roster was too small.
Alright.
And those are all like before modern Tekken.
Yeah.
Like when I think of modern Tekken, I think of Tekken 5 onward.
Yeah. Ready for my next rep? This is one we already said, Shantae. I agree with Cody. I think she's really unique looking, a genie character that can transform, use hair attacks, magic, and a female rep, indie character from an indie game getting in. All sorts of stuff like that I think is really cool. Shantae's game goes all the way back to the Game Boy Color, I think. I remember reading about it back. Yeah, reading about it back in Nintendo Power. I think it was Capcom initially, and then like I don't know if it was an indie company went to Capcom. I don't know that much about the history of Shantae, but somehow involved with Capcom, and now it's like an indie game, or maybe it was an indie game and they got published by Capcom or something. But yeah, she has a long history with Nintendo, and if there's any character that should be like an indie rep in Smash, I feel like Shovel Knight can't be because he's an assist trophy. We just got the Sans Mii costume. I always call him Sans. The Sans Mii costume from Undertale. Then I feel like Shantae is a spirit. Upgrade that to a playable character.
What's Sans from?
Sans is from Undertale. That game that came out a couple years ago. It's like an Earthbound style.
Did he have
kind
a
of game.
big fan base?
Yes, huge fan base.
And they got shafted because he was turned into a Mii fighter.
Well, his Mii fighter got a lot of attention actually.
It doesn't matter. It's a Mii fighter. Whenever they take a character and say, "Look, he's in the game," it's a Mii fighter.
It happened to Gino, guys.
It just completely destroys you as.
Well, the cool thing about the Sans Mii costume is it came with music. So we got Megalovania, and people love the Undertale music. So
People's not playing them.
Oh, they are. People are playing them as Mii Gunner. Go online and you see how many Mii Gunner Sans you end up fighting.
Well, we'll see in a couple months.
All right, who's your next character?
My number 3, I completely wasn't thinking about until I just saw him in the list I was looking through, like Smash wish lists or whatever online, is Earthworm Jim. Because he's just sweet and he just would be on my list automatically. He's just really cool and is just
a very forgotten character
I
too.
would think he would maybe make like Smash 64 like he would be. I feel like if Smash 64 was announced and it was like bunch of characters coming together to fight, I think a lot of people would be like, huh, maybe Earthworm Jim's going to be on there.
Yeah, he was popular back in that like time period.
I don't know, he just seems so classic and
I'm cool with that. I mean, awesome. His moveset potential, I mean, he's got the laser gun, he can like whip his head, he has like his snot booger like parachute, like there's be a lot of cool stuff you could do with him.
So he's just, I kind of just saw his name. I was like, oh,
I'm
pushing everything down because he's just automatically high on the list somewhere.
He's been in a fighting game before, too. He was in Clay Fighter, 63 1/3, so he got a moveset right there, Sakurai.
That's right.
Take note.
You refuse to put any of the other Clay Fighter reps in Smash, then at least do Earthworm Jim.
Alright, my second character, if you're counting them like Cody, is Bandana Waddle Dee. A lot of people have wanted him for a long time. If you had told me when Smash Ultimate was first coming out, when like Inkling was the only character announced, like who's going to be in this game, I would have put Bandana Waddle Dee in like the top 3 most likely characters, and we still don't have him. Piranha Plant Joker, Hero.
Was he ever an assist trophy for another game?
Bandana Waddle Dee? No, he was part of King Dedede's moveset. He would like throw Waddle Dees. Now I think he's just in his victory screen. Normal Waddle Dees. Bandana Waddle Dee is like a specific one that uses a spear and has a bandana.
That is hilarious that they took it away from his moveset, thinking,
well, that means he's definitely coming, yeah.
When they do stuff like that, it's just like...
It's such a tease. It was like...
What are they doing?
They talked about like Echo Fighters, and then they didn't show off the Shadow like assist trophy till the last like Smash Direct. It's like, why are you teasing people like that? Like, just break our hearts early so we don't have to be strung along. It's rough. But yeah, Bandana Waddle Dee. I don't know if Kirby needs any more reps. I mean, Meta Knight, King Dedede, Kirby fills it out pretty good, but I mean, a spear user's cool, has a ton of fans, really feels like a character that should have been in at this point, so put him in.
He also was in that Kirby game that came out pretty recently, where it was 4 characters, and he was like
the fourth character. Yeah, it feels like he should be in, so. And again, a spear user would be cool. I think a little tiny dude with a lot of reach is a cool character. He has a lot of cool moves from that game, too, that they could take. Like, I think he like spins the spear around to like fly. Like, it's like perfect, so. Yep. Go ahead.
So my number 2 is, I don't know about most wanted. It's up there just because I think it would be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I also, for whatever, I guess the reason why I push hard for it in my mind is because I think Shadow's dumb. I don't like Shadow. Sorry for all the fans out there, but I think he's dumb. And I think Dr. Robotnik is 100 times cooler.
Dr. Robotnik is up there with like Bowser's enemies too.
I don't know,
like,
just like Dark Sonic is just lame to me.
it's also kind of the beginning of when the Sonic games like went downhill. Yeah. Like I like Sonic Adventure 2, but like it's like right around then or right after it that like Sonic goes downhill. Shadow kind of marks that.
But I just think that Dr. Robotnik would be one of like the coolest characters they could add.
Yeah.
He'd be like Bowser Jr. He'd be like in a
ship.
Yeah, like a ship or a
floating whatever.
Like you could do so many like endless cool things with Dr. Robotnik.
So many cool boss battles with that ship.
Shadow, like it's just gonna be like a Sonic clone kind of.
Maybe
does anyone want to face Sonic more than you have to in the game in Smash? Sonic's the most annoying character to face. Do you want another one running around that people are playing as? I don't.
I agree, man. Dr. Robotnik is really cool. Again, like Bowser is like such a classic villain. When I think of like the classic villains, it's like Bowser, Dr. Wily, Dr. Robotnik. Like he's right up there. So yeah, it feels like if Sonic got a second rep, yeah, Dr. Robotnik would be the best choice in my opinion too.
Dr. Wily's Mega Man, right?
Yeah.
Well.
But you fight Dr. Robotnik even more. Like the Mega Man, you tend to fight the Robot Masters. Like. So you fight Dr. Robotnik all the time in Sonic. So
I feel like the reason why I didn't even consider Dr. Wily is
he's an assist trophy anyway.
Oh well, there's that.
There
But also, I just don't
banned him.
I just don't make it far enough in the Mega Man games to see him.
That too. He's really hard to get to.
I always get to like maybe I'll get to his castle, but I never actually see him. But Dr. Robotnik, I see him after like every stage. So.
More personal connection.
I also face him in the Mean Bean Machine universe.
He could be a puzzle game rep. We only have Dr. Mario on there.
So Dr. Robotnik would be
your second.
So sick. See, like it's hard for me to even say that it's like
your second. Just,
my second or whatever. It's just kind of.
He'd be wicked cool.
I think he'd be wicked cool. I'm not like a huge Sonic fan, anyways.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like a oh, I love Sonic. I really want another rep, but I just think he would be so cool on so many levels that they need to add him.
And nobody be mad at him. Like classic game people who like old school games like it. There's much newer Sonic fans. Dr. Robotnik's still a big part of Sonic. Like everybody'd be happy with
Except
Dr.
for maybe the Shadow people who want Shadow.
But the thing is, like, man, if they give us Echo Fighters, Shadow would just be easy to add. Whereas Dr. Robotnik, if you're gonna give us a full fighter, like. That's kind of the thing with the Sonic characters. You could give us a bunch of Echoes, and they could.
But they do kind of act like Echo Fighters are a whole other character.
Yeah,
sort of. They don't really act like.
This is like lesser. It's more of like a costume or whatever.
They act like they're.
Yeah.
And then also, I have in parentheses as part of the 11 through 15 or whatever number it is. Porky from Earthbound.
Okay.
Now I don't know Earthbound well at all. I've never played it. But he also would be really cool. Villain of like a big
series is already in.
And he'd also be in like a mech thing.
Yeah.
I want Dr. Robotnik way more, but Porky would also be like sweet.
Yeah, he has a similar cool moveset potential and stuff.
So number 2 is Dr. Robotnik, not Shadow.
Alright. So my number 1, but it's Crash Bandicoot. You had Crash Bandicoot on your list. I totally agree. I have a really tough time putting Crash on here and not putting Spyro on here because I kind of agree. They almost go hand in hand. But if I had to edge one out over the other, it would be Crash. And I think it would be huge to have Crash, Sonic, Mario all in one game together. If you were around in like the late 90s, that would, just blows your mind to see all 3 of those characters in one game fighting against each other. So yeah, I really think Crash deserves the spot in Smash and hopefully will get in.
I just realized I completely forgot to put a character that...
You want?
that I was juggling around with that probably would have made it in here, but I guess I forgot.
Throw him in now then.
So before my number 1 is Frogger.
Oh, you didn't put Frogger. I thought Frogger was going to be your number 1.
Yeah, well, he was juggled around, and I guess I crossed him off like I already put him, and then I just didn't put him. But one of my favorite games ever is called Frogger. He's back, and it's just... I don't know, so nostalgic, and I just love it.
Great music too.
And amazing music, and I don't know, I just love it. And of the characters that are like, I don't know, arcade, super old, I guess Frogger is what I want the most. I love Q*bert too, but I don't know what they would do for Q*bert's moveset. But
Frogger's probably bigger than Q*bert too. Like if I had to guess, like I think more people know Frogger.
Frogger. I would want Frogger and then Q*bert and then I don't know, Dig Dug or something.
Yeah.
After that. I don't know, but those are definitely the two that I want as far as classic games. But I don't think they're gonna add another arcade.
I don't think so. I
think Pac-Man.
I think Pac-Man's like it. That's why Pac-Man's like Taunt has like other like Namco arcade game stuff in it. But I would also, I think Dig Dug is actually one of his taunts, right? One of the like pokies from it or something.
I think one of them's.
Yeah, but I would love for them to add more arcade characters as well. I think it's maybe a little late for that at this point. Something they probably should have been doing since the beginning. But yeah, I mean Frogger would be a cool one. If there was one, Frogger would be sweet.
Well, also I feel like that they have made a lot of Frogger games, and I think they've made some like 3D ones where it's kind of just like
more of a platformer.
Frogger the character
and
he's kind of fighting stuff, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think they've done that with like Q*bert and Dig Dug.
Yeah, I think there's maybe Dig Dug has like a game or something further like that. I don't know super well with those, but Pac-Man, like they made further Pac-Man games.
Pac-Man World, and I think there's like Frogger stuff too that are just kind of like.
What's that Pac-Man like party game? It's like Mario Party.
Pac-Man Fever.
Pac-Man Fever.
It's one of the worst games I've ever put out, and it somehow like was on the shelf with the other like GameCube games at the time. Even though they probably spent like 1/20th of the time to make like a up to par. Like compared to an up to par GameCube game, they probably spent like 1/20th of the time playing Pac-Man Fever.
Pac-Man Fever is like some of the characters just seem better than other characters at the like mini games that you play, and the mini games don't even seem to matter because it's just about like who gets to the end. So it's kind of just your rolls. Like it's just this game board that you're just trying to get to the end of.
It's such a terrible.
It's not well put together from our understanding
like
anyway.
Mario Party-esque
clone
kind of
game. Yeah.
It's so bad, and I saw it for a long time. Like I saw it on the shelf all the time. It's not a rare game. It's not a game that's like this obscure thing that's just terrible.
No, a lot of people I'm sure have played it.
I saw it all the time on the shelf, and then eventually I played it with my friends, and we like.
It's like Heihachi in it
we
too.
Just like shit talked
like
each other all the time, which is it's hilarious if you want to do like a drinking game type of thing where you like kind of don't care but you're also really into it.
I'm kind of getting pissed that you're like behind. Like it's fun.
It's Pac-Man Fever. Check it out.
So who's your number one? Frogger was
also,
your...
it's called Pac-Man Fever, and I think the only thing that has to do with Pac-Man is that it has Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man in it.
Like as
I
characters?
think, if I remember correctly. Like everything else about it doesn't have to do with Pac-Man. Could be wrong though, I don't really.
No, you might be right. Is like Heihachi in it, right? I think there's other Namco characters.
I think. And I think it's
so
like
too.
minimal too. Yeah. I think there's like 6.
Yeah, there's like random characters, like non-Namco characters, I think.
I don't know.
It feels like it.
I just remember that game was just a mess.
I haven't played it in a long time, so yeah, if I'm getting anything wrong, don't quote me on it.
I haven't got my weekly
Pac-Man Fever gaming
fixing in a long time. Alright, my number one is, so let's just cut the crap.
Yeah.
Okay, I want the Metal Mario stage. I want it as a character. Okay, I don't want it as a stage anymore. I want it as a character. Because they've neglected it since 64, and I've wanted it since 64.
So not Metal Mario, the stage itself.
I don't want it as a stage anymore. It's promoted to character now, and we are getting it as a character. It's going to walk around the map as a stage, and it's like they add every single stage ever. And it's like, that one's just too hard to add. It's a platform and a little bit of a hill. It's just too complicated. They even added the music, and they just refused to acknowledge that it was ever a
music is
stage.
an ultimate.
The only time you get to play it is when you play the like
hacked version of 64.
Yeah, like competitive hacked version. No, my real number one is if I was choosing from like, I don't know, anything, but I kind of didn't. Again, I kind of didn't do that with my list because
trying to be realistic with it.
Yeah, well, I kept it within the realm of at least people
know the character
in like the community are mentioning the character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really.
Earthworm Jim is probably your most out there one. I think that like.
But I saw people mention it.
People do mention it.
But like all my characters on my list have been mentioned in Smash discussion.
Yeah.
So like I love Kid Chameleon, and I think that would be a sweet character. But I've like never seen that mentioned anywhere, and it's never happening.
It's like Zeke and Julie from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. They'd be I would main them potentially over Gino. I would main them, believe it or not, but they're not getting in. It's just not happening.
They would also be sweet. But like characters like that, where like I could maybe find one guy on one forum mention it.
That'd be sweet.
But
it's
like
not. It's never happening.
Yeah. So my number one is Master Hand.
Really?
Yeah, because I think he's been in the series forever, and I think you could make him. You could like shrink him down into kind of a more normal size.
Call him Glover.
And make it really difficult.
make the ball shatter when you turn into a crystal and then you just lose.
No, I think they could totally make him like float and everything, but also maybe have to jump or something, or maybe I think they could totally make him like the boss Master Hand, but also
playable,
not broken and playable, and switch him around so that he's an actual character,
an actual Smash rep.
Yeah, and I think people have been wanting that ever since 64. Like he's like you also had Metal Mario in 64, but
he didn't originate in Smash 64. He originated in Mario 64.
No, and he's also just. I mean, he just is Mario. Like, he already play as him.
Right, and you can just put the metal suit on as an item.
But Master Hand, like I remember at my school, some of my friends like looked up like a hack or cheat or something
to play as him
that you could do to play as Master Hand, and we were able to play as him and kind of move him around. So that was cool. So I just think that like maybe as the final character being added to Smash Ultimate as Master Hand would be really sweet.
That would be a good way to end like the everyone is here thing. Is like have a. Also at this point, it's like Smash 64 is like a nostalgic game. People, Smash has been around for so long. It's long enough you could add a character from that game.
Also, is Master Hand the bad guy in Smash Ultimate, or is it that weird?
No, it's a weird glowy thing. I think Master Hand is you played classic mode. I know. I just played Banjo-Kazooie in classic mode. Master Hand and Crazy Hand are his boss. So like he is in Smash. Like it's not like he's not in Smash anymore.
For Smash Ultimate, I didn't play the one player.
We did. We played World of Light a little bit. We didn't beat the whole thing because it got annoying.
The whole one player experience.
Was our playthrough
for me.
PapaGenos Bros.
Same with I think Smash 4. I don't think I played one player at all. I think I just played tournament stuff.
There's like Taboo is the main bad guy in like Brawl, but once again I think Master Hand's in there too. So
so Master Hand or Sandbag.
Okay, that's cool too.
So either of those I think would be really cool as a final character.
A Smash rep.
Yeah, which is Smash rep, and also they just added home run contest, right?
They did.
Did they just add them?
They just added home run contest. Yeah.
So I don't know what Sandbag's...
They're hinting at it.
I don't know what Sandbag's moveset would be, but...
Sakurai made a moveset for Rob. I'm sure he could come up with something. Especially if he made it like a Smash moveset somehow. Like
he doesn't have arms.
That's true. Hey, Rayman doesn't have limbs, and he's still doing good, right?
He has them. They're just detached.
See, I'm a fan of limbless characters. Cody's a fan of... either armless or bodiless to just a hand. Like he goes the other direction.
Sandbag. They could maybe do something like have him be like a what was the character from Soul Calibur that just like you chose him and he just was one of the he's just one of them.
I mean
Charade or something.
Charade, because Necrid had moves from a bunch of other characters. Charade was he just showed up and played as a random character. That'd be cool to do with Sandbag.
Necrid was one of my favorite characters. Or if they could do Sandbag has like randomized B move. Like he has a B move.
But you don't know what it is from
Right.
other characters.
Like maybe he has normals and then his 4 B moves for the match is just random and it's throughout the cast.
That would be cool.
See, that would be sweet.
Yeah, I like the idea. We came up with that on the spot here.
Yeah.
You could use like items and stuff too. Sometimes like beat them up, like items fall out or something. Like there'd be ways to do sandbag. I think I've seen people make movesets for them. So is that?
That is my list of 10 characters. And I'm probably going to go on the internet and see some character that is just like, how did I not put him on my list or her?
I do that all the time.
And so this was like mashup, trying to weigh what I want with likeliness, with cartoonness, with whatever, kind of ordered, kind of last minute list.
Cool. Well, alright guys, thanks for watching our 10 characters after the Fighters Pass. Sort of 11 characters because we said who our last Fighters Pass character.
Or 15.
Or 15-ish characters from over here.
Get over here.
Yeah, if you guys have any thoughts about characters that we didn't mention that you would want, or just how cool it is that we could potentially possibly get like 10 more characters at this point. It's really cool. Excellent time for speculation right now. Leave them in the comments below. Thanks for watching. So once again, thank you guys for all the subscribes, all the likes. Really helps out the channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so, or like the video, or leave a comment, whatever you want. Until next time, have a good one.